contributed in the field of discovery. For example, the discovery of decimal and zero in mathematics, without which today's mathematics and the calculations of physics are almost impossible to imagine. And we can take another example, the discovery of world's one of the most mind-chasing game, which is chess, and so on. The story broadly begins from after the independence of India, but even under the colonial period, we have shared a great hand in researches and development. For example, the publishment of the research papers of, still we need some more development in these fields in which we are lacking in comparison to other developed countries like USA, China, Germany, etc. and all. So today let's revolutionize our country, not by the revolution, not by the violence, but by the education. So let's today take together a pledge to revolutionize India by the education. And I would like to end my speech. Jai Hind.
That doesn't work. Warm and pleasant good morning to one and all present here. Respected ma'am and judges, myself Dr. Sharma, standing in front of you all to talk about something that we often try to avoid, but it is essential for our growth and success, and that is failure. Failure is not a opposite of success, it's a part of success. Every successful man has experienced it. For example, Thomas Edison has failed over 1,000 times before inventing a light bulb, and J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers before it became a bestseller. Failure teaches an important lesson. It helps us to develop resilience and drive us to be innovative and try different approaches. So let's not fear failure, let's embrace it as an opportunity and always remember it brings us closer to success. And it's a stepping stone to success, not a roadblock. Thank you.
Teachers, judges, and my dear friends. Today I am Abhishek of Standard 10th A, and I am here to share my thoughts on climate change. So first of all, what is climate change? Climate change refers to the long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns. These shifts may be natural, but since the 1800s, human activities have been the main drivers of climate change. While the sun has played a major role in past climate changes, the evidence shows that the current warming of the earth can't be explained by the sun. It is primarily due to the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect? What is that? Greenhouse effect. According to NASA, greenhouse effect is a process by which heat is trapped near the Earth's surface by substances known as greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbons, and water vapor. Imagine these gases as a cozy blanket enveloping a planet, helping to maintain a warmer temperature. Warmer temperature over time are changing weather patterns and disrupting the usual balance of nature. These possess many risks to humanity.
India is not a nation, nor a country, but it is a subcontinent of nationalities. India represents unity in diversity. Our country is a mixture of traditions, cultures, religions, diversity of languages, food, etc. India is a country that is having every possible landscape that the earth can hold, from cold mountains to arid deserts, from vast plains to continental plateaus, and from white seashores to tropical islands. A subcontinent of about 100 languages, over 700 different tribal groups, and every possible landscape. India's cuisine is also very diverse because every religion has its own way of cooking and own specialty of dishes. India is not just, as people keep calling it, an undeveloped country, but rather in terms of its culture and historical achievements, India is a highly developed one in an advanced state of decay. India is a country that values education and knowledge, a country where modern
Developing the human brain, it is about man-making, character-making, and life-building assimilation of ideas. There are not by means that education can be gained in the world. Education is one of its blessings and one of its necessities. It is about empowering the students of today to create the world of tomorrow. Not just the government, government and leaders, we all need to contribute. Me, you, we, it's our duty. Education has an immense importance in our life. For instance, we realize the importance of light when we see the darkness. In the same way, we realize the importance of education when we are not aware of things. But if you were not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. But if I were to talk about why education is important, why it is very crucial, the answer could be education is very important for the personal development as well as for the socio-economic development of our country. We cannot ignore the importance of education at any cost, as because through education we can break the cycle of poverty.
Translate everything, to learn everything, and to understand everything. Imagine having AI in your classroom. It's like having a smart assistant in the classroom helping you to create an environment where curiosity and creativity can thrive. AI is very important in our daily life, in our virtual things every day.
The Indian Army. The Indian Army is the largest component of Indian Armed Forces. Presented is the second largest army in the world with 12,27,117 active personnel and 9,60,000 reserve personnel. It is one of the best armies in the world. They fight against all the odds to keep its country and its citizens safe. Their selfless commitment to safeguarding our nation goes beyond our duty. It is a testament to the indomitable spirit that defines the essence of India. As we reflect on the valor and sacrifices made by our soldiers, let us pledge an unwavering support and gratitude. When we celebrate any happy festivals or any happy occasion, there will be some of the army's officials who might be in some part of the country where it is extremely hot, extremely cold, on the top of the mountains or in the deepest ocean, protecting us from any mishappenings and attacks. There is nothing we can do to pay tribute to these brave heroes. At last, I want to end my speech with a quote that a true army will not fight because he hates what is in front of him, but he loves the reason what is behind him. Thank you and have a nice day.
Well said.
Freedom and volunteerism.
If it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. A very fleeting morning, respected principal, teachers, and dear friends. This is Chandni Soren of Standard 10C is here to share my views on women empowerment. Calling a nation independent, it does not mean to be independent. There should be equal rights for men and women. In most of the country, including India, there are many leaders who do a lot to empower women, but they still miss to do.
The unique and diverse characteristics absorbed by our nation's culture are what make it so commendable. It has amalgamated many different core customs, values, and beliefs throughout its vast history. Indian architecture is well known. India is well known for its architectural masterpieces in the world. Foreign influence can be evident in multiple Indian arts and architecture due to various historical events and movements. Multiple architectural masterpieces have been enlisted in UNESCO World Heritage Site. India's beauty also lies in its diverse food culture. Indian cuisine is well known for its from butter chicken and dal makhi from north to idli dosa or upma from the south. Not only the dishes, but even eating attributes make up our cultural identity. India is home to various people from different communities like Hindu, Muslim, Chinese, Sikh, etc. It complements the self-identity and cultural identity of the community. Whether it is Diwali or Eid, the celebration of festivals strengthen our sense of unity. Festivals are a way for Indians to embrace their fascinating past It is by the concentration of the power of mind. The world is ready to give up all its secrets if we only know how to knock, how to give it the necessary blow. The blow's strength and the force of blow come through concentration. There is no limit to the power of human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is given to bear on one point. This is the secret what Vivekananda said. So Swamiji was a renowned scholar, thinker, saint and philosopher. He was a disciple of Ramakrishna Paramhans. As we all are aware of his world's famous Chicago speech of America, where he explained to the people that God is the one big sea and all the religions are like rivers ultimately merging in the sea. So there should not be any disputes among the preachers of various religions. What inspires me the most about Vivekananda is his two-line statement. He said, "My name should not be made prominent. It is my idea."
It would be fair enough to say that it is highly crucial to have an aim in life as it keeps us moving forward to do something. Every living being has an aim in their existence of some kind. Whether you take a tiger who wants to hunt a prey or a human being who wants to gain respect and earn money in life, it's the same for all. If we talk about it generally, we see that an aim is a goal or a purpose. For instance, our aim changes from childhood to adulthood. A child wishes to become a doctor or an engineer when he grows up. But when he actually does so, he realizes his actual purpose of life and works on it. There is a common saying that a man without an aim is like a bird soaring aimlessly. This means that in order to be successful in life, you must have a direction, and an aim helps you with that. An aim adds discipline, dedication, focus, and effort to your life. An aim gives your life a meaning. Moreover, it must also be clear that your aim is something in which you are interested, not the people around you, as if something done half-heartedly is surely not achieved. At the end, I want to quote Robert Louis Stevenson. An aim in life is the only fortune worth finding. I'd like to repeat, an aim in life is the only fortune worth finding. Thank you.
First, nature and human-induced. Human-induced. Climate researchers have shown that humans are responsible for global heating for last 200 years. So many activities in our daily lives, such as deforestation, methane gas emissions, uses of gasoline, and the average temperature of Earth is now 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer than what it was in late 1800s, and
to celebrate and backgrounds of beliefs, experiences that each person brings. Diversity is more than the buzzword. It reflects the reality of our world. From various ethnicities, religions,
We need some more development in these fields in which we are lacking in comparison to other developed countries like USA, China, Germany, etc. and all. So today let's revolutionize our country, not by the revolution, not by the violence, but by the education. So let's today take together a pledge to revolutionize India by the education. And I would like to end my speech. Jai Hind.
India is not a nation, nor a country, but it is a subcontinent of nationalities. India represents unity in diversity. Our country is a mixture of traditions, cultures, religions, diversity of languages, food, etc. India is a country that is having every possible landscape that the earth can hold, from cold mountains to arid deserts, from vast plains to modern human plateaus, and from white seashores to tropical islands. A subcontinent of about 100 languages, over 700 different tribal groups, and every possible landscape. India's cuisine is also very diverse because every religion has its own way of cooking and own specialty of dishes. India is not just as people keep calling it an undeveloped country, but rather in terms of its culture and historical achievements, India is a highly developed one in an advanced state of decay. India is a country that values education and knowledge, a country where modern
Developing the human brain, it is about man-making, character-making, and life-building assimilation of ideas. They are not by means its blessings and one of its necessities. It is about empowering the students of today to create the world of tomorrow. Not just the government and leaders, we all need to contribute. Me, you, we, it's our duty. Education has an immense importance in our life. For instance, we realize the importance of light when we see the darkness. In the same way, we realize the importance of education when we are not aware of things. But if you were not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. But if I were to talk about why education is important, why it is very crucial, the answer would be education is very important for the personal development as well as for the socio-economic development of our country. We cannot ignore the importance of education at any cost, as because through education we can break the cycle of poverty.
Is reflected in their everyday actions and their unwavering commitment to their country's core values. A true patriot always stands for justice and equality, not for the personal gain, but for the betterment of the society. Their love for their nation is reflected in their action in creating a positive change and ensuring that the benefits of progress is shared among all. If you have all these qualities in you, we are proud of you. Thank you.
Translate everything, to learn everything, and to understand everything. Imagine having AI in your classroom. It's like having a smart assistant in the classroom helping you to create an environment where curiosity and creativity can thrive. AI is very important in our daily life, in our virtual things every day.
Freedom and colonialism.
It does not include the freedom to make mistakes. A very fleeting morning, respected principal, teachers, and dear friends. This is Chandni Soran of Standard 10 is here to share my views on government empowerment. Calling a nation independent, it does not mean to be independent. There should be equal rights for men and women. In most of the country, including India, there are many leaders who do a lot to empower women. But they still miss to do.
The Indian Army. The Indian Army is the largest component of Indian Armed Forces. Presently, it is the second largest army in the world, with 12,27,117 active personnel and 9,60,000 reserve personnel. It is one of the best armies in the world. They fight against all the odds to keep its country and its citizens safe. Their selfless commitment to safeguarding our nation goes beyond our duty. It is a testament to the indomitable spirit that defines the essence of India. As we reflect on the valor and sacrifices made by our soldiers, let us pledge an unwavering support and gratitude. When we celebrate any happy festivals or any happy occasion, there will be some of the army's officials who might be in some part of the country where it is extremely hot, extremely cold, on the top of the mountains or in the deepest ocean, protecting us from any mishappenings and attacks. There is nothing we can do to pay tribute to these brave heroes. At last, I want to end my speech with a quote that a true army not fight because he hates what is in front of him, but he loves the reason what is behind him. Thank you and have a nice day.
Well said.
The unique and diverse characteristics that draw on our nation's culture are what make it so commendable. It has amalgamated many different core customs, values, and beliefs throughout its vast history. Indian architecture is well known. India is well known for its architectural masterpieces in the world. Foreign influence can be evident in multiple Indian arts and architecture due to various historical events and movements. Multiple architectural masterpieces have been enlisted in UNESCO World Heritage Site. In Indian cuisine is well known for its from butter chicken and dal makhi from north to idli dosa or upma from the south. Not only the dishes, but even eating attributes make up our cultural identity. India is home to various people from different communities like Hindu, Muslim, Chinese, Sikh, etc. It complements the self-identity and cultural identity of the community. Whether it is Diwali or Eid, the celebration of festivals strengthen our sense of unity. Festivals are a way for Indians to embrace their fascinating past and
to think, to express, to live our life on our own terms. It's a power to shape our own destiny, to make our own choices, and to fulfill our own needs. But independence comes with a responsibility to protect our freedom, to preserve our sovereignty, and to promote the well-being of our nation. Together we can achieve greatness, but we can create a world where we can live proudly and with the beautiful quote given by Mahatma Gandhi that independence is not just a word, it's a thought, it's a passion, it's a self-confidence that gives us strength to stand on our own feet and to fulfill our dreams. Thank you everyone.
The world being gained, it is by the concentration of the power of mind. The world is ready to give up all its secrets if we only know how to knock, how to give it the necessary blow. The blow's strength and the force of blow come through concentration. There is no limit to the power of human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is given to bear on one point. This is the secret what Vivekananda said. So Swamiji was a renowned scholar, thinker, saint and philosopher. He was a disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. As we all are aware of his world's famous Chicago speech of America, where he explained to the people that God is the one big sea and all the religions are like rivers ultimately merging in the sea. So there should not be any disputes amongst the preachers of various religions. What inspires me the most about Vivekananda is his two-line statement. He said, "My name should not be made prominent. It is my ideas in contemporary era by few words. We firmly believe in the chant called Mera Bharat Mahan. So now, if I ask you what patriotism is, how many of you believe to answer? Maybe all, but it has various ramifications. According to me, nationalism and patriotism are the two faces of same coin, both having the main factor of love towards nature. We can exhibit our love for nation by being a part of Clean India. We can join many NGOs of government like Clean India and Green India. Being a patriot, we need to see the developing sides of our nation and must appreciate those who are contributing rather than disregarding it. Before being a patriot, we need to develop humanity, equality, respect for each other, and devotion to our nation. I would like to end my speech with some words said by great poet Qazi Nazrul Islam. I have forgotten who is my own and who is not. I have broken the ties of home. My country is my own, it is my home. We are indestructible, we have no fear. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
America observed various freedom fighters. Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sai Bai are some examples of famous freedom fighters. There are many freedom fighters away from limelight. Some unsung heroes of freedom struggle are Birsa Munda, Kamala Das, Ram Bose, etc. They have shown extraordinary works towards the nation, being without any credit of their action. On the occasion of Independence Day, all the freedom fighters are remembered. Thank you.
That are downy bright, pinks that scare your eyes and blues that you draw in. A very tremendous morning to the honorable jury members, respected principal ma'am, teachers, juniors, seniors, and all my dear friends. 9A. Today, I will be speaking on the topic connecting India culturally, economically, and geographically. So, when I look into this topic, I can see two aspects. The first aspect, how do we connect India to itself? The second aspect, how do we connect India to other countries globally?
of our nation. Moving ahead, how culture is connected to economy. If I talk on this, how cannot I talk about the heritage tourism we have, about Chardham, about Golden Temple, about Hathi's Dada, and about the beautiful churches of Goa. This heritage tourism generates revenue for our nation and helps to build a better, stronger economy. And that we have a stronger economy, it is possible for us to reach that areas of the country that are in the most remote portions. That not only for the illiterate individuals, but also for the educated individuals. And that educated individuals would arise of our nation and would help to build a stronger culture. And when this would happen, our India would arise. Talking about the geography, when I look, the people who are drinking water sitting in Bengal comes from Himalaya, and the people who are experiencing rainfall in Mumbai are the clouds coming from Gujarat. And we have the world's second largest network of bonds formed between two countries, and we start understanding each other's geography. And when geography and economy of two countries mixes, there is an exchange of cultures. They adapt our culture, we adapt their cultures. With this, I would like to state that the youth of India has just to do is to strengthen this connection which exists within and inter India. We have to take active participation and to be responsible. With this, I would like to end my say with a quote: in attaining our ideals, our means should be as pure as the end. Thank you for your kind attention. Jai.
This is a feeling my of standing 9 days standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic National Symbols of India. At first, I want to start my speech with the famous quote Satyam, which means the truth along the truth. Our national heritage and pride are represented by its symbol. These 17 symbols symbolize our culture and tradition of India, which we Indians spread around the globe. These national symbols are also required since they are nationally significant. Some national symbols are Tiranga, Tricolor, Indian rupees, Vande Mataram, and Jana Gana Mana. That's all for today. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
This is Alani of Standard 9A, and I am here to deliver a speech on the topic Unity in Diversity. So let's begin the speech by saying that united we are strong, divided we fall. The concept of unity in diversity explains that we are from different castes, breeds, or nations. These variations cannot keep us divided, and we should always be united for our country. It is important to embrace, respect the difference of others, and seek to understand others' perspective and experience. At last, I would like to conclude my speech with a famous quote, that is, a bird sitting on a tree is never be afraid of branch breaking, because the trust is not on the branch but on its roots. Thank you.
I am going to deliver a speech on the topic of discipline. Discipline is one of the major things that we have to follow in our life. Discipline makes a man perfect in a real life. But there are already motivated men in this life. Here, all are present, they all are motivated, but none of them are disciplined. A disciplined man can only do in this life. I am a big fan of Virat Kohli. I want to tell one thing about that. That Virat Kohli teaches me that anything you are getting hard in their life, beat them and do like you do by them. Thank you and have a nice day.
Today myself, Adi Kumar Bajaj from Standard 9 is standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic Importance of Education in Life. So what is education? Education is nothing but to gain the knowledge or to solve the problems of sums of math and physics in easy. It is how to get to respect to our elders and it is easy. Education is our major things of life which you use to change your life decisions. Education is how to help you gain the knowledge and improve your self-confidence. And this will also help you to be a most valuable person in a vision of a society. Education also helps us to be choosing the right path in your life.
I would like to end my speech with a famous quote that was given by Nelson Mandela was that education is the most powerful weapon in which you can use to change the world. Thank you very much.
And is standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh is not just a name, he was a symbol of courage and determination. He was born on 28 September of 1907. He witnessed the British colonial rule at the very young age, particularly the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919. This experience ignited him a fire. As developed the most famous slogan of the Bhagat Singh is Inkilab Zindabad. The most famous action of the Bhagat Singh is bombing the assembly of Britishers in 1994. It is drawn by the Bhagat Singh to pay attention of the Britishers towards the demands of the India. That's all. Thank you.
As a principal of standard 9 is standing in front of you to say some lines on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is a social activist, freedom fighter. He is also referred as the Iron Man of India. He was born on October 21st, 1875 in the Gujarati village Nanihar. His father Jabir Bhai Patel was a soldier in army of Queen Jhansi. We also removed the princely estates, and the government of India has built the world's tallest statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel at Gujarat, the named Statue of Unity. Thank you.
Coming to respected principal ma'am, judges, and all my friends. Today, myself, Ravika Bhaskar of class 9 is standing in front of you to talk about something that has power to motivate us, inspire us, and can change our world. Then that something is hope. Once Aristotle told a famous quote that hope is the dream of walking man. Hope is what we get us out of bed in the morning. Hope gives us strength. It derives our dream, and we can change the world. Wherever we go, we should encourage others to have a hope. Today, I end my speech with a famous quote that hope is the last thing which ever lost. Thank you and have a good
All of you. I am Roshan Carpenter of class 9A. As we gather here with just 10 days left until Independence Day, it's a great opportunity to reflect what this date means for each of us. Independence Day is just not a date on the calendar. It's a celebration of country's journey towards the freedom and self-determination. Our freedom fighters bravely fought for our independence, embodying this determination and courage. The date of 15 August marks the triumph of their sacrifices and our nation's sovereignty. Throughout the history, India has overcome many challenges to stand proudly as an independent nation. It is time to honor the sacrifices made by our forefathers and recognize the values they fought for, values like liberty, equality, and unity. As we approach this significant day, let's remember that independence is just not about breaking from external rule, it's about our culture, identity, and diverse tapestry that makes our nation unique. At last, I would like to end my speech with a famous quote by John Kennedy. Ask not what you can country can do for you. Ask what you can.
I am and I am here to share a motivational message with you. Each one of you possesses unique talents, dreams, and aspirations. I am here to share a motivational message that will inspire you on your educational journey. First and foremost, I want you to understand that learning is a lifelong adventure. It will not end when you leave this school walls or graduate from college. Learning is a continuous process. The more you embrace it, the more you learn and succeed in life. Remember the great inventors, writers, and leaders of our world. They were once students just like you. They dreamed, they dared to dream, they think differently, and challenge the difficulties bravely. In the face of challenges, don't be discouraged. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Thomas Edison once said,
I have not failed. I have just not 10,000 ways that won't work. His perseverance led to the invention of the light bulb, which has illuminated the whole world ever since. Each one of you has the potential to achieve greatness, but it's essential to believe in yourself, to have faith in your abilities, and to set clear goals. So, visualize your success, work diligently, and never underestimate the power of hard work and dedication. At last, I would like to end my speech with a famous quote.
From Standard 9 is standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic, the Missile Man of India. We all know Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, popularly known as the Missile Man of India, who is the 11th president of our country. He served the nation for one term from 2002 to 2007. I'm sure everyone admires the great personality for his notable contribution. Personally, the great Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has a great motivation in his whole journey, plays a very important role, transforming my life in a positive way. Born on 15 October 1931 into a Muslim family, he helped his family in earning the livelihood. With the famous quote, great teachers emanate throughout of the compassion, passion and knowledge. Thank you everyone.
Good morning everyone, respected principal, teachers and my fellows. Today, I in-house Standard 9 to speak on a topical topic which is women empowerment. Discussions on women empowerment has always been a forefront in all spheres. Women play a vital role in our societies and families are dependent on them for their daily needs. Women play various roles at the same time, like being a companion, mother, teacher, caretaker, and housemaker, while fulfilling everybody's needs. An increasing amount of women are receiving good education. However, the real woman empowerment will only be possible if we get rid of gender inequality. Women should be provided with the same pay, respect, and opportunities as men. In India, majority of women are being dominated by men, as India has been a patriarchal society followed since ages. Even there are many government policies meant for women, but it will only be successful if we get rid of gender inequality. A woman is capable of doing everything that a man can do, or even more than that, because the reason behind our existence is also a woman. On this context, I would like to wrap up my speech and hope that one day every woman in the country would be
standing in front of you to acknowledge you a short speech on the topic Indian culture. At first, I want to talk about the dance culture of India. The Northern Indians represent Sadak, Kuchipudi is from Kerala, Bharatanatyam is the classical dance of Andhra Pradesh, and the classical dance of Odisha and Odisha. Includes the traditional wear of women is sari and the traditional wear of women is kurta. India has a vast and wide range of food dating. The Northerners have roti to eat. The Southern and Asian people have rice every day, and the Western states like Gujarat and Rajasthan have non-oily meals. Indian culture is not only about dance, food and clothes. Indian culture is also about the religion. In India, the people of Hinduism, Jainism, Parsi, Islam and Christianity live. India is a vast country where the people of all the religion live. Thank you and have a nice day.
Of Standard 9 standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic responsibility of youth. But who is a youth? A youth is someone who is the torchbearer of the country's future, and it is very important to educate them with the correct values. The social reform and improvement of the country depends on the youth. We cannot make changes or progress without the help of our youth, because every single work creates a great impact in our society. But if that very youth becomes corrupt, the future, the nation is bound to be in darkness. That's
that it is very important to educate them in a correct way for a bright future. At last, I want to say that youth is the future of our nation. Invest in them and you invest in the future. Thank you and have a nice day.
To all of you. I am Diksha Kumar of class 9C and I am going to talk about a very important topic, equality, which affects all of us no matter how young we are. I would like to start my speech with a quote written by Swami Vivekananda. Sabda Swabhude Suketa Bhutase Lakshana. It means equality is the real freedom for every living organism. Equality means treating everyone equally, no matter where they came from, what gender they are, what culture they belong. Imagine a world where every one of us has an equal opportunity to pursue our dreams and aspirations. A world where our potential and talent can be flourished without any discrimination. This is the world that equality tries to create. In another hand, inequality holds the people back, create obstacles, limit their progress and creativity. But equality gives them full right to do what they want to do. What does basically equality mean? It's not about treating everyone equally, it's about being fair. In our Indian constitution, there are many laws based on equality. Firstly, social equality. Fundamental right, Article 15 abolishes discrimination and Article 17 abolishes untouchability. This gives every one of us a right to know what's going on in our society and social matters. Secondly, political equality. Article 325 and Article 326 give every one of us a right to take part in political activities and each one of us has a right to vote and each vote has an equal value. Lastly, economical equality. Directive principle of state policy and Article 39 give every one of us a right for living and equal pay for equal work. So, this is the stark reminder that the journey towards equality is ongoing.
It was them without doing anything. Good morning everyone, this is me, Soumya Jolshai 9. First of all, I want to ask, what is corruption? Corruption, of course you will say that first of all, I want to ask, what things come into mind when you listen to the word corruption? Corruption, of course, you will say that our leaders, our politics. I want to ask that only the leaders and politics come into mind when you listen to the word corruption. Don't we common people come into your mind? Actually, we are the ones who do the corruption and we are the ones who let our leaders do the corruption. We are the ones supporting them. Don't you agree? Okay, let me give you some examples. Don't the people give right to traffic police when they are caught without helmet or without license? Don't they give right for their children's education in highly accredited colleges? Don't they give right for their sons and daughters appointment later? Don't they support human trafficking, female infanticide, female feticide, child labor? The list is non-ending. Actually, the fact is that we are indulged in corruption on almost every activity. We are indulged in corruption in our everyday life. Conductor of class 9C got an opportunity to deliver a speech on the eve of Independence Day. Our country is developing day by day from our independence. We are going to celebrate independence, 78th Independence Day. This day marked the end of British rule in 1947. Furthermore, it is most auspicious day for the people of India because India became independent after lots of hardship and sacrifices made by our freedom fighters. Nowadays, many people consider this day is just a holiday, but it's not. Celebrating is a holiday. We should celebrate this day from full of our heart and remember the
of class 9C here to represent a speech. We all have dreams and we have also planned for our dreams, but always dreaming is not enough to make our dream in real. Taking action on it is make our dream real. But we must take an example of great inventors, politicians, athletes who just did not become famous because of thinking. They took an action.
We gather here today anticipating the celebration of yet another Independence Day. India got its freedom from the Britishers about 77 years ago, and from that point it has made significant developments. But there's still a lot of development to do in certain fields. Let's imagine this. It's the year 2034 and India is among the top 3 economies of the world. Its citizens have access to quality education, quality jobs and better healthcare. All that will seem impossible just 10 years ago. This is the dream.
Today, I am Priya Standard 9C, standing here in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic Youth and Health Leading the Way Towards a Sustainable Future. We have come a long way as a sustainable future. Today, when I look into this topic, I have three aspects. First is that what is the sustainable future for me, and second is that what is the role of youth, and third is that how can we connect both of these together? Ecologically, my dear friends, the waves had just started to learn the concept of living in harmony with nature. We understand the concept that nature has enough for our needs but not for greed. It will lead to a sustainable future. So now, what it means by the youth and health? Youth and health basically means the three basic ideas. First is that participating in the leadership. Second is that participating in decision making. And third is that participating in forefront of society. I would like to ask to the youth of this nation in order to become, why should young people should only dream to become an IAS officer, doctors and engineers? Why? Why I said why? Why cannot I dream to become an IAS? Why cannot I dream to become an? Why cannot I dream